Hey guys, so I want to follow up with what I said in the previous video, and that is being fulfilled but not being satisfied. That's the message I want to bring across today. In fact, the last video I made an example of you have a plate and it's full, and you eat everything, you consume everything on the plate, but then after a few hours you just not satisfied. You're still hungry. And that's that's what this is about today. It's about becoming full and becoming satisfied. Now, I'm not talking about full on the terms of materialism, or at least earthly materialism. I'm not talking about your success or your abundance or your opulence or your unlimited self. I'm talking about spiritually. How can you become more fulfilled, more humbled, more blessed, more more spiritual, just more spiritual, fulfilled, and being satisfied? Obviously, if you're going to resonate in your spirituality, it will come out. It will harbor. It will become a part of you. And that is when you know that you're getting there. But how do you know when you get there? It's when you wake up in the morning and you feel like you've got a purpose, you've got a direction, you have a calling, and you look to achieve your calling. You look to work to your calling. You look to get it done, no matter the sacrifice. Jesus, he sacrificed his life for us because he knew he had a purpose. He knew what his calling was, and he did it. I wouldn't say he did it pain-free, but he did it painfully to help us. And now that message can relate to you. What will you do painfully to help others? How will you become satisfied with your life? How will you live a purposeful life that is striving to thrive? Not in the sense of materialism, but in spirituality. How will you become more of yourself to help others become more of themselves? And that is what being satisfied in fulfillment is all about. Now I'll go back to what I said a few minutes ago. So we know that Jesus died on the cross for us, right? It's there. It's a fact. I'm not saying that you have to go die for somebody. I'm not saying that you need to die to become better. What I'm saying is that you will need to make sacrifices, and these sacrifices at times will be painful, and they will be gratefully appreciated, and they will be misunderstood, and they will be sometimes laughed at and scolded at or misinterpreted. But that's okay, as long as you know that your sacrifice is worth it and why you're doing it, and the reasoning doesn't have to go beyond that. If you know in your heart that it's the right thing to do to get to where you need to be, to get other people to where they need to be, then do it. But if it's going to be a superficial sacrifice, I'm afraid you're not going to get the job done. You might think, yay, I sacrificed, woohoo, but nah, it has to come from your heart. And you don't have to be biblical about it. You just have to know within yourself that it's the right thing to do. And that is what I'm talking about. So in the next video, we're going to put this together. How can you be spiritually fulfilled and satisfied and living on a purpose, with a purpose, not for yourself, but for the greater good? And this is also going to be about how you can become a better person, both earthly and spiritually. All right.